Previously, in the NPI registration tutorial, we had been registering SpongeBob SquarePants SFFC as a professional member. We got as far as his city. I'm not going to fill in these other items. They are optional, that is, they're not required. You fill them in if they are appropriate, if you need to, if it's to your advantage to do so. For instance, if you have a website, you put in the full web address right there. But a password, as indicated by the little orange exclamation point, a password is required, and so I'm going to put in a password for SpongeBob. Then we move down to his practice setting. SpongeBob works in a group private practice, let's call it, called the Krusty Krab. Then languages spoken. In addition to English, SpongeBob, actually I think he's available and translated into many languages, but he also speaks woo, as indicated by his frequently saying woo, or something to that effect. If you've never seen SpongeBob, this entire tutorial will seem quite strange, and I'm a little embarrassed at the thought. But notice this listing of languages. They may seem, some of them may seem obscure to you, but if it's someone's native language, and if you know it, then it is important to have a way that people can find you and refer someone to you. So this is a place to list only the languages in which you are fluent enough to conduct therapy. So then the population served. SpongeBob works with best with children and families, though some adults, but that's a guilty pleasure. Treatment modes, he does mostly play therapy, and specializations in self-esteem issues, perhaps depression, and professional associations. He doesn't belong to any that are listed here. Well, maybe I would find something if I looked more closely, but I'm not going to. Professional disciplines, we don't have a category for spongiform fry cooks yet. And insurance networks, he is not an in-network provider for any of these, but he is an in-network provider on the Nickelodeon channel. I believe that's how you pronounce it, spell it, I mean. Then we have some text boxes here where you can put additional information. Plan this out. Don't do it your first time through the profile. These things only allow 1,000 characters. That if you have an overflow, it will reject your entire registration. So wait and fill those out later. Specialty descriptions. There are a lot of ways that you can put information that will be useful to referral sources or to prospective patients or clients in these fields. And they roughly match up with some corresponding fields in the Psychology Today website if you're registered on that and paying their $30 a month tax. You can just copy and paste much of the information you've already put together there. Sponge accessibility is important to have available. However, SpongeBob is not especially accessible. He is under the sea. Payment arrangements, you can click here for whatever fits. Gender, if you want. These other things you can fill in if it suits you. You can volunteer to be a mentor to other new members if you're willing to. You can let us know whether you want things mailed to you or not. Your date of birth. All these are optional things except accepting the terms and conditions. That is necessary in order to register. And then after you've done that, you can click register, and here's what will happen. Please have the right thing happen. Registration complete. Great. Now an email is sent automatically by the system to the email address that you used when you registered. So check your email immediately. There should be something from registration at NashvillePsychotherapyInstitute.com, I believe is how it comes across. If you don't find it in your inbox, check your spam filter. You might have an overzealous spam filter. In that email, there will be a link that you will need to click on in order to complete your registration. Then and only then will you be able to actually then I have to activate your account. I have to do one other step myself manually.